I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, buttercups? Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, everybody. I see y'all. Come on in. Make sure you drop your city, your state, your country, your island, wherever you are from into the chat so I could say hello. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey. See, Grandma 5504, excuse me. What's up, Regina? Good afternoon. Philly is in the house. What's up, Ohio? Come on in. What's that? Hit that like button. Thank you, Carla. Hit the like button, please, and thank you. What's up, Kevin? Welcome. Let's see. It's cold in NYC. It is cold here too. It's cold in ATL. Oh my goodness. I hear that wind whipping outside and I'm like, I can't go out there. I refuse. I refuse to go outside. What's up, LL? Fifi is in the house. South Carolina. What's up? New Orleans. What's up? Snowy in Denver. Yes. Prayers to anyone who is in LA and is affected by the fire and windstorm there. I just saw a notice go across my phone saying that every firefighter in LA has been ordered to the scene. So it is very sad and devastating what's happening there. So I am sorry to anyone who is dealing with that loss. What's up, New Jersey, Vegas, Miami? Come on in. What's up, Barbados? Love to see it. Come on in. New Orleans, 504. Hey, come on in. What's up, Chicago? One of my favorite cities. What's up? What's up, ATL? Hey. What's up, South California? Reading too fast. South California. What's up, Review Hour? I love it. Y'all, we got some things to talk about today. I got a little audio I'm going to play for y'all. I'm interested in hearing your opinions and everything that's going on. What's up, North Carolina, Tennessee? Let's see. Hi, Gloria, St. Louis. I know where you from. What's up, the Grove, Georgia? Y'all, it is freezing. I am freezing in this house, but the heat is on. It just seems cold. What's up, Louisiana? What's up, Birmingham? Yeah, so listen, y'all, we got some things to talk about. Y'all see the 3 in the thumbnail, right? Melody has been posting some interesting things over there on her IG page, and then, you know, Ariana is spilling all the beans, child, or all of her beans. Who knows whose beans she's spilling? Some of it doesn't even sound true. Like, and by that I mean, it's hard to believe that somebody can be that silly, that somebody can be that dumb. Oh my goodness. What's up, Janetta? Happy hump day. Absolutely. Texas is in the house. Welcome. 280 of you are here right now, so keep coming in. Nola Baby. What's up, Nola? I love New Orleans as well. Y'all know New Orleans is my favorite accent. I've always said that. Grand Prairie, Texas. Hey. Anyway, let's see. You lost 2 fires already? Oh, or lost 2 friends. You lost 2 friends in the fire. I am so sorry, Debbie. I am very sorry to hear that. I have been watching the news, and it is really frightening that everything can happen that quickly. You can lose everything that quickly. So I'm so sorry. Hey, Cameron from San Francisco, Oklahoma City in the house. What's up? You heard some stuff in the YouTube streets. We're going to talk about it. What's up, Layla? Always happy to have you. Welcome. Good afternoon, Terry. Yes, I hope everyone can get as safe as possible. I know they evacuated a lot of people, but I know not everyone could go. And it's really heartbreaking just to watch all that stuff. It's heartbreaking. What's up? What's up, Cookie? Cookie, Cookie. You guys, Cookie is here to make sure that you guys have a good time in the chat. So anyone that you see with a wrench behind their name, they may come in slow. Just make sure that you respect our moderators. They are volunteering their time. Outside of that, I don't care if you have a different opinion. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with anyone in the chat. I do like to hear everybody's perspective on things because, you know, different perspectives is interesting. I love it. I love it. So you are welcome to have that. Just don't get disrespectful. Try not to take things too personally, because even though we talk about these people, they don't talk about us. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's pointing you out and saying, you know what, that girl, you know, Shashandra, she should, you know, they're not doing all that. So keep that in mind when we talk about them. And just know that, you know, people's perspective usually comes from their background, their upbringing, their thing. You know what I'm saying? You can't have real hate for people you don't know. Let's see. Coleslaw is on the spectrum? Probably. Okay. It is tragic. Okay. Everybody's coming in. 381 of you. I hope y'all have been hitting that like button because I'm about to go check. And if my likes aren't matching up, I'm going to have a problem. I'm going to have a problem. Yes. Condolences. She lost to Debbie. She lost two friends in the fires. Let's see. No, this got to be a joke, right? Let's see. 382 of you and only 135 hit the like button. So I'm going to hold on until we get to at least 200 because, you know, that's fair. I don't know why I get robbed of the likes. Y'all like everybody else's stuff. Like my stuff too. Okay. Let's see. LaPree said that she is waiting for the ice. Okay, girl, the iced tea. Come on through. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Isn't that a song? Yes, Debbie D, sorry for your loss. Praying for California. You said I hit it on the way in, Diana. Good, good, good. Chile, Georgia. Come on, hit the like button, please. 414 of you are here now. Keep hitting it, keep hitting it. There's 189. I need 11 more. It's not going to hurt your fingers. It's not going to hurt you at all, okay? Let's see. California, yes, pray for California. What's up, Chicago? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Come on. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Debbie said thank you for the prayers. Okay, y'all. So listen. I got some permission to play a little bit of audio, so I'm definitely going to play it. I'm going to talk to y'all about some other things first, and then we're going to get into it. Let y'all warm up to this tea because we need it, right? Let me take this down. And everybody continue to pray for Debbie in California. And, oh, child, we got some stuff going on. What's up, Houston? You said it's cold AF out there. Oh, my goodness. It's January. I know it happens every January, but we always get shocked. Akron, Ohio is in the house. What's up, Akron? Home of LeBron. Come on in. Okay, listen. Let me take this down real fast. Let's see if I can put myself up. Okay, so listen. I have been listening to the audio, and I think the most shocking thing about it is just how slow this girl really is. She's super, 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 super slow. And so we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it in just a minute. I'm going to put some other tea up here. But for two people to have been together for 10 years, sneaking around, and now for the last 4 years or whatever, I'm assuming you're out in the open, you're public. It is really wild that we get ourselves into this place. And I guess that's why the older people, you know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, even though that wasn't my thing, but you would hear people tell you, don't date married men, keep your legs closed to married men, all the things, because the way things can your mind up, you know what I'm saying? You can just be lost in the sauce for years, and have so much time pass on you. It is crazy. And I would say if you have ever been in a relationship, you know, a love relationship, you have had some hurt, you've had some things that you've had to get over, you know what I'm saying? But to be that lost in the sauce, for that many years, it's frightening. It's frightening. Okay. Thank you, Destiny. I appreciate you. Come on in. You said Dallas, we're getting snow, sending prayers to California. Shreveport is in the house. The girl is dumb. Yes, but it almost feels like a medical condition. It feels that type of dumb. You know what I'm saying? That kind of dumb. And there's no talent behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like when you heard about the old stories of Aretha Franklin, at least she could sing, you know what I'm saying? Like she put her heartache into the music. There was something there. There's nothing here with this. There's nothing redeemable. Come on, hit the like button and hit it hard too. 575 of you are here. I am wearing, who am I wearing today? I am wearing Lauryn Hill. Everybody knows Lauryn Hill. Come on in. Las Vegas is in the building. Come on in. Somebody said AC is the bride of Chucky. Child, a hot fucking mess. It's embarrassing. And we shouldn't really be embarrassed, but I'm embarrassed almost like, oh, girl, if you only knew. Shout out to Nene Leaks. Keep your legs close to married men. That's right. But y'all know people say that all the time. That's what my grandma would say, that married men are traps. Yes, like all the things. And I understand she was 23, but she's not 23 anymore. And the way she keeps bringing that up, like she wants empathy or she wants people to, I was 23 and people don't, yes, girl, we get it. You were 23. That doesn't, okay. Explain it now. 23 was years ago. You're not 23 anymore. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you. Dolores, 23 with a child, with 2 children, not just 1, but 2. So it's not like, girl, you would think that you were like tied in a basement and he rescued you. What is it called? Stockholm syndrome, where you just can't break free. Break free. What is going on? Oh, here comes Kevin, child. Listen, Kevin, Lauryn Hill is good, okay? What do you mean you don't understand the hype? She's good. I like her. And she's cute. She's a cute, talented individual. She was 23 or 24, but already had a child. Yeah, she did have a child. And listen, not to shame anybody for being a mama, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you can't be a dumb mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't protect you and yourself, you can't protect your child. And she's in here talking about other people. Child, you're the one that's lost in the sauce. You're the one there's no hope. It looks like you're hopeless. You need to go on down to Louisiana or whoever gives you those roots. Have somebody take that root off of you because you got one. You are stuck. And you need somebody to give you a little something to take you out of the stuckness. Okay. I mean, I used to date a guy from Louisiana. Did I tell y'all that? I used to date a guy from Louisiana. And his mama used to do all kinds of stuff. His mom used to do all kinds of stuff, child. You could be sitting there eating something and you look up and somebody walk in the house that she did not want in the house and she'd run them out. And next thing you know, she'll start saying something in some language I did not understand, child, and sprinkling salt and all kinds of shit. I know there's something out there for this woman, okay? I saw her do that so many times. At first, I was like, oh, Lord, please don't do anything to me. But she never did anything to me, okay? She used to cook. She was an amazing cook. Y'all know food is my love language, child. But she was an amazing cook. And she used to do all kinds of shit to get people from coming over to her house and all kinds of stuff. Child, she used to teach me some things. I was like, okay, let me mix this up real quick. You just never know, okay? That you know of. I'm healthy and fine. She ain't done nothing to me. She ain't do nothing to me. She liked me. And she even said I was too good for her dirty ass son. But she said at the end of the day, I like you, okay? But there was some others that she was not fond of. I'll say that. Anywho, 728 of you are here, and we are past our little marker, so we can go, baby, okay? I'm going to make sure I get all my money today. We are going to start with, because I got a few stories to talk about. Let's start with this one right here. So if y'all remember last week, January 2nd, I was the one who broke the story. Me, little old me, broke the story that Melody and Carlos King had unfollowed each other, okay? And I said that I had went over to check because someone had sent it to me. I had some people follow up and said, listen, they were following each other that Saturday. I know because I checked. And then as of today, they're not. They sent me the tea. I ended up going over and I said, well, I know Carlos had wished Melody happy birthday. So I wanted to check to see if his birthday post was still there, and it wasn't, which means there was a blockety block that also happened. So I reported on it to y'all. And then the story just went viral. You know, some other YouTubers got a hold of it. And then, you know, Neighborhood Talks, Jasmine Brand, Shade Room, they all got a hold of it. And we got to see this, right? And I also told y'all that it looked like Carlos King unfollowed Melody's mother, Vanessa, but Carlos was still showing up in Vanessa's follow pile, right? So I was like, oh, shoot, you know, and I said, Vanessa's gang when it comes to an unfollowed child. When Melody unfollowed, Vanessa's right behind it. And it looks like Vanessa did get the memo, okay? Because I had went over to her page today. I did go over to her page today and I typed in, hold on. Let me go back. I ended up typing Carlos, and y'all can see it. There's nobody on her page with a first or last name Carlos. No results found. So they have unfollowed each other, all of them. There is definitely some bad blood. Now, that was just last week, so that wasn't an accident or nothing, because as of last week, Vanessa was still showing that she was following Carlos. She still showed us following Carlos, but Carlos wasn't following her. Look, I had put that little bloop of Carlos wiping them eyeballs down, child. But anyway, since it has gone viral everywhere, and I know a whole bunch of people was talking about it, like, why is this a story? Child, it's a story because people are trying to find out if Carlos King and Melody are having some bad blood. There's all kind of crazy, you know, rumors out there that things might even be a little legal between them, that they might have some legal issues, okay? But look at this. It actually also hit Newsbreak, which is a big news app that discusses international news, politics, everything. And every once in a while, they will delve into the gossip sector and check it out. My little story, the one I broke, ended up showing up here. Now, even though I did not get credit, I'm still taking it with y'all, just so you know. Okay, sometimes you got to toot your own horn. Let them know, Greg. Boop, boop, beep, beep. Okay, just got to let people know just every once in a while. Come on in. Now, is Melody still on the show is what probably, you know, people are curious about. That I don't have an answer for. I can tell you that as of, I think, late summer, she had made this post. I talked to you guys about it. She was over on Giving You the Real Tease page, and she had said, listen, I'm not going to be scooted off of the show because of other people. This is what I created. She said the people that are on my show, I created, if they have issues, tough shit, said the kid. She said, I am not going to be scooted off of my show. So I am going to post that again. Can things change? Things can always change. But as of a couple of months ago, she stood pretty firm that she was not going anywhere. Okay? Toot, toot. Don't ever forget. That's right. Toot, toot. So I'm just telling y'all what is currently the situation. That is what happened with Melody, and we got some more stuff to talk about with her in just a second. But I do also want to point this out. Let me put this up here. So this was another story that I broke where I said, let's see, dirty ass people will make you change your mind for sure. Well, listen, I don't, I'm just saying, I would stay firmly planted if it was me, but I don't know. Like I said, I know a lot of people. We have to be careful because y'all know sometimes you put words out there in the atmosphere, you get that boomerang effect, right? Because I put out a video on Sunday where I said, listen, Melody is doing, I think she's doing great. Like this season is great. But there was a lot of people who were saying they're trying to replace Melody. They're trying to replace Martell with the Scots. They're trying to make them the head of the show. Well, you know, you might want to take a little bit of credit because there was a whole lot of people trying to run Melody off the show by saying you don't shouldn't be on the show. You don't do the show that it doesn't fit your brand. Okay, you say all that stuff, and then you try to take Martell out the show, and before you know it, the network's like, well, hell, maybe those two are a problem. Maybe let's take them off. You gotta know what you're talking about before you run people off their shit. Okay, hold on. She no longer has Love and Marriage Huntsville in her bio. That might not mean anything. She took that out of her bio years ago, and she's still been on the show for years. So, literally years ago, she did that. She had revamped and changed her her IG bio. But just so you know, them words be coming back on folks. So everybody who, I won't say everybody, but a lot of people who are screaming, why are you trying to run Melody off of her own show? Y'all were literally stumping the pavement to take her off the show. And I told y'all, I said this in my back room. I said it in my front room. I said it everywhere. I say, you keep saying that type of shit, it'll come back for you. It'll come back in a way that you're not expecting. So you have to be careful about the words you speak. So sometimes you may not be helping, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is another story that I had broke where I said, listen, Carlos King was in LA. This was probably 2.5 months ago. He was in LA with the Scots 1 and 2.0. Those were the only people he brought. And he was being recognized by the NAACP. Okay. I said, I didn't even know the NAACP did anything with this level of reality television. I had to go look it up. Let's see. I had to go look it up. But yeah, he ended up doing some sort of event out there. And the Scots were the only ones that he brought. And I remember even then a lot of people saying, where the hell is Melody? Why wasn't she brought? This is her show. Where the hell is Martell? Why are the Scots up here? Right? Well, child, like I said, the tongue, we know how powerful it is. We know how powerful it is. Look, Review Hour said that the Love and Marriage Huntsville is not in any of the cast bios. Thank you for pointing that out. Let's see. I agree with you. I don't believe Mel's going anywhere. Yeah, but it looks like she may not be, this is alleged, but she may not be in the best of place. If everybody's unfollowing each other and shit like that, y'all know that's the first sign or public sign of real discourse for people. People are unfollowing each other. She's making a whole lot of posts over there on her IG page. So we shall see what happens next, but that's where they are now. But anyway, Carlos actually has picked up, I think it's called Nightcap with the King or something like that. He started that show maybe 2 years ago, and then it went off, and now it's going to be returning on Friday, I believe, where he's going to be talking to, you know, reality TV show stars. So we shall see. But right now, him and Melody haven't done anything in a long time. She hasn't shown up on his Messy Monday or whatever he calls it now, whatever those podcasts are. So he hasn't shown up over there. Oop, the comments are going up, baby. Most of her followers are the ones doing the talking. Well, I know that a lot of people have been asking, but then when it starts happening, people get all freaked out. You got to, you know, stand in it, or learn to hold your tongue. You can't just say stuff about people and then expect for things not to change. I mean, it can have a boomerang effect, like I said. So anyway, I said all of that to say this. Let me show y'all what the NAACP is up to right now. Okay, I don't know if a lot of people had an opportunity to see this, but of all the people that is actually receiving an NAACP award or being nominated, because they haven't received the award yet, but for all the people to have been nominated for NAACP Image Award, child, it is Real Housewives of Potomac. They were recently given a nomination, which shocked the hell out of me, because their storyline this season has been probably one of the most, like, people are the most disgusted. They have been talking about Mia. Mia just got an op-ed piece in Essence magazine where the lady over there said, listen, I have never been so disgusted with anybody on reality TV than I am with Mia. I've never even seen them write something like that. But yeah, hold on. Let me get the category for y'all. So they are actually being nominated for Outstanding Reality Program. Outstanding Reality Program. Does the NAACP still exist? Yes, they have the Image Awards every year. And right now they're going to have the 56th Annual Image Award. It airs in February. The category is RHOP, Celebrity Family Feud, Password, Rhythm and Flow, and Tia Mowry, The Next Act, which I haven't seen any of these shows except for Celebrity Family Feud, but nothing else. Come on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Yep, I know it's intense. It's intense. As we're watching this play out, we shall see. It's happened over there on Bravo too. We've seen it on Bravo. A lot of people right now are still in a lawsuit, a class action lawsuit against Bravo. I'm not saying that Melody is in a lawsuit. I'm saying that it is being rumored, okay, that there is a feud of some sort that could possibly be legal, but nothing has been confirmed. And right now, yes, Karen with her DUI and Mia with this crazy storyline about, moving in with the love of her life, literally trying to divorce Gordon, and then 2 days later moving in another man. That is crazy to a lot of us. You think that these awards are purchased? Okay, y'all might be right, child. Y'all might be right. A lot of people watch these awards every year, though. NAACP Image Awards get a lot of viewership, a lot. So right now, for the first time that I've ever seen, they are honoring Real Housewives of Potomac. I don't know. I don't know who else was more deserving, but I'm certain it was somebody, child, because RHOP have had a horrible storyline for many, 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 many years. What's up? Welcome, everybody. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm happy to see y'all. 1,070 of you are watching. Make sure that you hit the like button, okay? And then, yep, Mia and Gordon got back together on, I believe, New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, she said that she was done with Ink. She unfollowed him. She gave some sort of statement on IG, and she said that her and her husband, Gordon, are back together. And she said that they were doing it for the kids. They took pictures and everything, child. So it's a lot. But it didn't stop her from getting her butt handed to her by Essence magazine. So if y'all missed this post on Essence, you should go over there and read it. It is a damn hoot. But they literally said in the op-ed that they were disgusted, that if Mia was really having a hard time with her husband and she needed to save herself, they said they don't, fault her for that. But moving a man in to her home, having her estranged husband live down the hallway, was absolute dirty work. They also said it was dirty work for her to admit that she may have been impregnated and went to the chop shop on television, telling somebody that you went to the chop shop to get rid of a baby. She said it was also disgusting for the boyfriend to say he wanted a paternity test in the oldest child. They said that was just way too much information to be happening all at once. And that Mia be lying. Mia needs to move on, basically. Mia be lying, okay? And a lot of people said that. A lot of people said that. But either way, NAACP is awarding them for this story. So we shall see. Well, they're awarding the collective, but all the same. Yep. And the children saw her with the other man, kissing, hugging, all the things, child. So we shall see what happens to this nasty little storyline, okay? Let's move on. Let me see if I have another story before we get into Melody. Has anybody been paying attention to this one? Let me put this up here. Do y'all remember this guy? His name is Twitch, and he was on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Do y'all remember that? Put it in the chat if you remember. He unalived himself in 2022, I think right before Christmas or after Christmas. Let me see. It was in December. It was in December of 2022. But he was like a dancer. He always seemed really, really happy. And it caught a lot of people by surprise that he had, unalived himself. He was a DJ. Thank you. Thank you. Very sad story. Well, child, when I tell y'all people are beating his wife about the head and shoulders, it is crazy. Okay. There's all kinds of stuff. It was in 2022 when he had lost his life. And there was this weird story where she said she woke up in the middle of the night and he wasn't home. And then she went driving around to different hotels and ended up finding him there. And a lot of people thought she had something to do with it. There was a whole lot of opinion pieces about how this is not real and that woman needed to be arrested. Okay. Let me see. Yes, people are saying they remember. Well, long story short, she did an article or an interview over there at People Magazine, and the family of Twitch has come out, and apparently they had all signed NDAs, and they have been willing to break them to say that they do not trust this woman and that she is dirty as dirty can be. Okay. The friends and the family, apparently before they were walking, before they could be seated at the funeral, going into the church, they had to sign an NDA agreement saying that they would not discuss Twitch on any level, not just the funeral, but at all. And they said they didn't even know that they were signing it. But even if they did know what it was, you want to say your goodbyes, you know what I'm saying? So chances are you might speak on it. And a cousin has come out and said, I don't give a damn about that NDA. Sue me, heifer. Okay. So You Think You Can Dance. Thank you. That's where I remember him from. I remember him from So You Think You Can Dance, but he was also on Ellen DeGeneres, and I think he was a DJ there. So thank you. I appreciate you for reminding me of that. Yes, she had them all signed right before they walked into the funeral. So imagine, she even made his mother sign it. Like there wasn't anybody that came to say goodbye to their family who she didn't make sign it. There was no exceptions, none. Anyway. Oh, wow. Someone said that she also won't allow his mother to see the children. That is really, really sad. That is disgusting, actually. Anyway, a whole bunch of people have come out, including a cousin who said, you know what, sue me, heifer, because I don't give a damn. You are dirty. You're despicable. Everything that you have done since this man has passed away and even before has just been repulsive on every level. And they were telling all types of secrets about how she changed her name 2 days after he passed. So I guess her IG post actually said something like, Vanessa, is her name Vanessa? Allison Boss. And then she ended up changing her name back to her maiden name, Holker. So they said that she's doing everything under Holker now, that she is trying to show up on everybody's red carpet and be famous. She's doing anything for a buck. She has sold the man's his journal, so all of his secret thoughts and feelings. She's putting out there for everybody to read, and they are literally dragging her through the coals, including a friend by the name of Courtney, who said, I was there the moment you two connected. I was there the day you got engaged. I stood by your side on your wedding day. I was in your home the day he passed away. I was on your side because your husband was my family. It didn't matter how often we spoke or how often we saw each other. We were bonded forever. This is by far one of the most tacky, classist, opportunistic acts that I've ever seen in my entire life. We all had to sign some weird NDA to attend his funeral, even his own mother, and you've treated her like garbage this entire time. So she's getting her ass handed to her. Okay. She said, you treated her like garbage this entire time. And let's just remember, you wouldn't even have a husband if it wasn't for her. So this lady standing up for his mama. She said, not to share anything or ruin his name, as if that was on anyone's mind in the first place. But here you go, writing a book and telling all of this dirty laundry, smearing his name, and attempting to dim his bright, loyal, loving light. Whew. Child. And it goes on and on to the break of dawn. She also accused him of being a drug addict, which nobody knew. But I just thought it interesting. Like, at the end of the day, I understand that was her husband, child, but you could have given the people a break. You could have given the people a break. You said sorry, but that was his preference. So Kristen said she ain't going to bat for this mofo at all. She said he picked what he picked. Someone else is saying that is another Vanessa Bryant. Yeah, Vanessa does have some really interesting ways how she handles herself with those babies and his parents. But I don't think he was talking to his parents before he passed away. It sounds like Twitch was actually close to his parents before he passed away, or at least had some sort of relationship with his family. So I thought that was interesting. He chose her, and she can do as he pleases with his legacy. Okay. So listen, there's different people who think different ways. I said the same thing. I said, listen, I don't know how to feel here. I was shocked and surprised, especially since a lot of people were blaming her for the loss of his life. Dan Pam said, hold on. She said, no drugs was found in his system per the autopsy, and how we know that those journals are truly even his. Well, you got a point, Dan Pam. Okay. I said, listen, I said the same thing. I went, maybe this is too soon because he was such a beloved figure that people don't want to hear this kind of nonsense or, those kind of bad things about him. But either way, she's not being praised for it. There's more people telling her that she should have kept her mouth shut than anything. She's getting her butt handed to her for sure. But y'all, a lot of y'all are saying that y'all looked at this and the original story was that he had nothing. So she's coming out now saying that he was deeply depressed. He had these dark mood swings and all of the things. And his IG, or not IG, his Twitter is still up. Y'all can go over and just type in Twitch and you'll see him. And he was just as happy as can be. Now, that doesn't mean that, when the cameras weren't off, he, didn't have his moods or whatever. But all of those posts are still up. She's in them. She is dancing around in them. The children are dancing. So I don't know. But that's what people are saying. People are saying that she's looking to make $1 out of it. At least this is what Courtney said. She said, you're looking to make $1. You are on every red carpet. You're just, Hollywood hungry, looking for your next lick. That's how they're explaining it, child. But anyway, let's move on. I gave you those stories. So let's get into this one. Uh-oh, you think he was? Miss G.I. Jane said that you think that he was linked to the diddler. Damn, I didn't hear that part. But, that's possible. He may have been depressed, but I don't believe her about the drugs. Okay. All right, y'all. So I did bring y'all over here to tell y'all that, listen, Melody has been posting some interesting things. Thank you. Can we get 500 more likes, Miss Tina? Let me see how many likes we got so far before we get into this next story. 576. Okay. Keep hitting the thumbs up, please. Keep hitting the thumbs up. Thank you, Miss Tina. Sandra Ray said that she can say whatever she wants, but she really shouldn't speak ill of the dead. He had children, and one day that they will look back at this, and you wouldn't want their family to hurt like that. Yeah, she doesn't care about that at the moment. That's not the first thing on her mind. I think that some people say that they had a Photoshop of him and Diddy. Okay. Thank you, Chronic. We need some more likes. Keep hitting the like button, please, and thank you. His wife, Allison, was jealous of him and he was in the limelight. That's not hard to believe, to be honest. I'll say allegedly jealous of him and his limelight. She wasn't, and that is how, or she's using him to get into the limelight and ruin his reputation, legacy. Mm-hmm. Okay. So listen, y'all know for a couple of weeks, right? Maybe one or two, because it was real recent. Melody, when the announcement had come out that there was audio that was going to play of Ariane in this interview, even before that, I think when Martell and Ariane had dropped the video on Ariane's YouTube channel, where they were going after Marceau, saying that he had they were talking to one of his ex-mistresses. Melody said then, "Don't come to me with no BS. Don't come to me with no BS. I don't want to hear it." She said that she had already blocked like 7 or 8 people that day who was bringing her the garbage, and she said, "Don't do it again, okay? Don't do it again. I love a good block party. I will block you," right? And then the other video that Anthony Lofty's was playing on his channel, that came out, and I'm assuming she's like, "Don't play any of that shit for me. I don't want to hear any of it." Okay. I know Sunny had heard some things, and she, she went off and she was like, "That girl talking about, I thought she was cute, or that I was, how did she put it? Sweating her." She said, "I wasn't sweating that heifer." Right. And she went on to try to explain her things and get herself together. Basically saying that the girl had crashed a scene that Martell brought her. She crashed a scene that they were having. And we've heard that story before, right? Not that she crashed it, though, but we did hear that she allegedly filmed with Martell, Maurice, Marceau, and according to Sunny, she said that Big Louis was there as well. So all of the men were there. And I'm assuming it happened at the bar. And I think Ariane came up with the baby, because that's what she had told original Straight No Chaser. Who knows? I'm just giving y'all what I remember, okay? Because some of this may not be true. Some of it may be true. We don't know. But according to Sunny, who was a producer at the time, she said it is true that they showed up on the set, that they wasn't supposed to be there, that they were in the middle of filming a scene. Ariane pops up. She basically trashes the scene. She sabotaged it, is what they said. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. She said that she sabotaged it, and she said toward the end, she said someone on set said, "Listen, we don't know if we can use the scene or not, but we need we need her to sign a release. We need her to sign a release if there's anything that we can salvage," right? If there's anything that we can salvage, we need her to sign a release. And they ended up, Sunny was the one who ended up going over with the release form, which, it makes sense to me. Okay. Sunny ended up saying, "I still have the release." And then she stopped herself from saying that. And she said, "Well, it's a part of my work files." We know that Sunny doesn't work for the show anymore. I don't know. Typically, when you have those kind of, releases, it has to go someplace. After they scan it into a system, you're supposed to shred it. Just like if you sign something at a bank, right? You don't want the employee taking it home, but it does not matter. It does not matter. The scene was never shown. When she was on original Straight No Chasers page, though, she actually told, I believe her name is Nay. Nay asked her point blank, "Did you sign a release when you were on the set?" And if y'all remember, she said, "No, Nay, I didn't sign a release." And I thought, well, how the hell did you expect to be on the show without signing a release? Even the slowest of people know better than that. So she claims she didn't sign a release, and I'm assuming she didn't remember. And Sunny was saying she did sign a release, that she had it a part of her files, so her work files. So anyway, starting there. Now, once all that stuff came out with Sunny, we saw Melody. I think she started saying, "Listen, we're going to have this prayer," which she does a lot, a fasting and prayer, and she invites her fans to partake with her. And typically when she does this, she will also make some posts, even though she said she's not going to let people know what it's regarding or what it's about. She does make posts where you can see she's talking about some things, right? However you choose to put it is however you choose to put it. But I want to play this audio first. This is just a snippet of what I heard on Anthony's page yesterday. Other video has come out. Other things have been said. I'm playing this one snippet, and it's not even that long. It's maybe 30, 40 seconds, okay? So I'm going to play it for y'all. Listen. I did get permission because I don't want any problems, child. But check this out.
And I respect Martell for being the man that he is, because he was the alpha parent. He was the one while she was doing the photo shoot. He was making sure the kids were straight. But at this point, who are you trying to prove it to? Who? Because they don't give a fuck no way. When Ariana Curry had her son, you lost all credibility, sir. When you on there on the TV show still bringing her flowers, still trying to play into it, your credibility is gone. Besides, Martell, you should have said, I messed up. I should have left her a long time ago. But you still trying to save face? That buried you.
Okay, I'm going to pause it right there. I'm going to pause it right there because, again, we started off this conversation at the beginning where I said nobody can be that slow, but she's having this conversation and she's fussing, talking about when she had her son, Martell lost all credibility, but yet he's still on this show, bringing Melody flowers, trying to, I guess, play up to the audience or whatever they want, when all he had to say was he didn't want Melody no more. That was over. And whatever those things are, right? Hold on. Let me read what y'all sent, child. Y'all are moving. She didn't realize it because of her dumb A. I hate when she talks about herself in the third person. Oh, she doesn't know how else to talk about her. It's almost like she had to leave her body, like she has some sort of trauma and she has to leave her body. She's not living inside of her body. I don't believe it. Bump up the thumbs up. But she said literally, Martell lost all credibility, and now he's out here still trying to play up to the show. Like she thinks that this is all for the storyline, when even at the very end of it, not even a month or so ago, Martell is still getting caught calling Melody, sending her messages, saying that he still wants to be together. Even on the show, was it just last week or 2 weeks ago, saying that, do I get mad when people say that you shouldn't be with Melody? Yeah. I'll be like, don't say that shit. But truth is, I'm still in love with Melody. All of that, that is so crazy. Look, recast the show. See, this is the problem, Fifi. When you ask people to recast the show and the show happens to be the number one show on the network, right? If the show is the number one on the network right now with the cast that they have, and the only outcry is around Melody and Martell, who do you think will be replaced? Who do you think will be replaced? If you was HR, you would replace the people you think is bringing you the most problems. And the people that get complained about the most is Melody, because people think that she's in danger, and Martell because they think that he is the danger. So you would probably remove both of them. That is the problem. That is the problem, because everybody else has taken a seat. Everybody else is sitting back and watching on the show. Nobody else is up there. And that is what is probably like the crazy shit that's happening right now. And I'm not wishing this on anybody. I'm not wishing anything on anybody, because I already told y'all I didn't think that Melody should leave her show. I didn't think she should leave it when people were saying to leave it. However, I do understand, as a person who worked in HR, that when you have two people that is bringing you a lot of the, we need to protest, we need to do this, we need to do that, that sometimes the boss is going to get to a place to say, well, shit, why don't we just move them? Why don't we move them out of the way? Because that's what happens in real life on everything, literally everything. let's see, she disassociates herself a lot. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. She is disassociating herself and she says Ariane as if she's not Ariane. When Ariane had her baby, what? Who does that? That is absolutely bizarre. That is absolutely bizarre. Hold on. Slowrilla. The outcry is the Scots going after Martell and Mel. But the Scots aren't going after Martell and Mel. For at least 3 seasons, Melody barely filmed with the Scots. There was no Scots in Melody. Her scenes, I think she literally just came back into the picture when she had that sit down with Marceau and said, let's be okay with each other. Let's be okay with each other. If you talk about me from now on, I'm going to talk about you. I'm going to give it the way you get it. And Marceau is laughing. She makes a little joke about how she's not going to be crying even when Tisha leaves your ass, right? That was Melody coming back and being, a part of the show. And it was actually good. Melody, Marceau have been actually good TV every scene, every time they film, even if it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Even if you can tell it's just them playing around because they're just so quick with it that people like to see them on the show. But Marceau is that person, whether he's with Melody or Maurice or Kimmy or whomever. So he's considered okay. Hold on. She's coping, Diana. Hold on. What you saying? She's coping, Diana. She can't grasp that she's lost so much of her life for a blatant lie. It's a blatant lie. It's a blatant lie. You're right. He is still lying to her. She has no idea. She has no idea what's true or false. And she said that one time too on one of her lives. She said something like, when that show came on first season, I didn't know what was real and what was fake, right? I didn't know what was real or what was fake based on these stories that were coming out or based on what she was seeing on the show. Because she said also, this was a part of this interview that Anthony had. She said, well, listen, Melody and Martell were on their way to divorce court, which is what Melody has said herself. I was living in my space. Martell was living his own space. I'm assuming that they were, in other relationships because Melody said that she had a rebound guy that she might have been messing with. And she said when she got the call for the show that they came back together. At the end of the day, and this is where you need grown folks in your life. You need an auntie and a big mama or something, because a big mama would have told you there's a couple of things that you cannot believe when it comes to a husband and a wife. Okay. Number one, if there's any type of tragedy over there, the loss of a loved one, a death, a birth, because we know that Sugar Mama came along, or if somebody hit a lick, like them hitting a lick with OWN, you can guarantee that whatever he's telling you is not going to be the truth. Okay, because now that person is living in whatever the dreams were that they had for their life together. And for whatever reason, she was ass out. She lost like she will always do, even now. Because she is over there on this interview saying that all the things that Melody had previously said. Martell is not a provider. He is not a protector. And he is not a professor. Can't teach a shit. She said that he needs more money than whatever he's getting on OWN. It's not enough. So she's basically saying that he's not a provider. She said some shit like she was considering taking him to court for child support. And this has been a conversation that's been ongoing on all of these YouTube channels, whether or not she was on welfare because Martell wasn't paying child support. And I told y'all that Alabama has a law that if they pay out child support, they are going after the father. So if she's trying to take Martell to court for child support, she's not on welfare. She might get like emergency stamps every once in a while. She might even be on Section 8, but she can't be on welfare because they would have doxed his ass already. Let me play the rest of this.
I got no holler from. I can't keep on talking to Martell. He does not get it, Anthony. And honestly, I want the kids to be full custody with their mama because I want Martell to get his life together within the next 2 years and you be out here making some money besides the show. Because why are you not doing anything besides the show but some wine that you can't even get off the ground for real? But she out here doing X, Y, and Z.
Listen, isn't that some dirty dog shit to say? Isn't that some dirty shit to say? Hold on, hold on, hold on. This is so true, Diana. Yes, I don't know what you're referring to, but I'm going to believe that I said something important. Yes, at the end of the day, this girl is still living in the past. That's number one. Number two, anytime a man is married and something happens big in their lives, whether it's his life, he could be sick. If that man was sick, you know who he's going to want to be with? If he was with you, he wants to be with the wife that he knew took care of him. That's who. That's why he still wants to be with Mel today, because he knew she protected him and that she took care of him. Okay. And I'm not saying that everything was peachy king over there in that relationship between Mel and Martell, because it was not. If there's one thing that we all should know by now, based on the shit that Martell has done and said, is that he was a horrible, he done some horrible shit. We only know just a little bit of things. Okay. But he's done some horrible shit. But now when little secrets come out, like when Melody was when they had that Houston trip and Martell was talking about, she used to go over to the hotel, and Melody was like, I used to go to a hotel to get away from your ass. Like, Melody is a wife. She is literally leaving her house to stay in a hotel to take a break from Martell. That tells you something, but that was their relationship, and that was probably normal for them because they did get married young, right? And she probably would have still came to the whole divorce conclusion even then, because at the end of the day, when they showed up on the show, this platform, they were already headed to divorce. They had already moved away from each other in the whole nine. The only thing that happened was they caught a lick. Okay. Everything that they talked about, they dreamed about together, all of that was coming true. It was coming true for them. So they're going to share it with each other. They're not going to share it with Ariane. And here's another thing that Ariane needs to know. If she felt tricked by Melody, if she felt tricked, like she told me that I could have Martell outright, and I just thought that, he and I would live happily ever after. Joke is on you, bitch. Like, that's still that woman's husband. That's still that woman's husband. Joke is on you. You cannot expect for somebody to play fair when you were the one playing dirty. Why doesn't anyone get that? I don't understand it. Dan Pam said that I believe that CK had a talk with the Scotts about how they need to move, like they are a star couple of a show. Do you think they're moving like the star couple? Because they're not necessarily moving like anything to me. They just seem like they're being quiet because they have their own family problems. But I don't necessarily think that Marceau is different. Like, if you think that, then let me know, because I know that a lot of people are saying that right now, but we cannot discount that there was a whole bunch of people saying, take the show off the air. Melody could do better than this show. I don't want to see her on here anymore. We can't pretend like people weren't trying to take Martell off the show. But now that it seems like people are being pushed in, people feel different. And I've been saying on my channel, when people were unfollowing me, damn it, Diana, you'll go for anything. I kept saying that's that woman's creation. She started that shit. Why would y'all go against what she started? It makes no sense. Even if it felt like the right thing to do, at the end of the day, it did exactly what I said it was going to do. Cause a boomerang effect. All you're going to do, because if it's making money, they're just going to move the one person out and bring the people that they think is going to make the money in. That's it. New people, one monkey don't stop no show. That's what they always told me. One monkey don't stop no show. If somebody's out here and you think they're skilled and they can do it, okay, then you're going to do it this way or you're going to get moved out. Marceau don't want the lead spot. Yeah, I don't know if he wants the lead spot, but it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, especially what we're going to see in this upcoming episode. If this is the exchange of power between Marceau and Martell, when Marceau tells Martell, I'm better than you in every aspect of your life. I'm better than you in every aspect of your life. That's an exchange of power right there with Martell. And I'm going to tell you something else. Despite the fight where they were talking about who was cheating and all that shit, and it came out, that, Marceau had said some things about Ariane, and that could possibly be why Martell went and put that video on YouTube. It was most likely Marceau telling him he was better than him in every aspect of his life. That's the shit that stung and fucked his ego completely up. It messed his ego completely up. Period. I suffered secondhand embarrassment from watching it. Imagine walking into places in your little town, driving Lamborghinis, people sitting here stopping you, telling you how beautiful you and your family are. All the things, right? And then overnight, you become the bottom of someone's, the scum under someone's shoe. That is wild. Hold on. Sometimes the fans can cause the demise of a fan favorite. Everything doesn't have to be a protest. Sometimes, I'm just saying to y'all, I know people have a lot of conversations, but child, y'all can't get mad now because literally you offered it. You said, please take it. At this point, you have to also recognize what happened as the fan base, what may have happened in pushing these situations into the forefront the way you did. Yes, Lord, chomped him up. Marceau played Martell like a fiddle, and now he is mad, big mad. Anyway, like I said, just so we can stay on the same page, it was just a couple of months ago that Melody said she wasn't leaving the show. She wasn't leaving it because of what people on the show, if they had hurt feelings or bruised feelings, she said, too effing bad. I created it. So I'm not leaving. That's what she said. Okay. So just a FYI, by the way, secondhand embarrassment for sure. Now I'm going to be watching it on Saturday night with every bit of my eyes big, child. Hold on. Let me get back to Dan Pam. She said, I feel like the reason Marceau said, I'm not going to show you X tape because it's in it. He get it or he recorded it. I feel like the reason Marceau said, I'm not going to show you the tape is because he's in it. And how in the hell did he get it or he recorded it? Are you talking about the Ariane stuff? Because I might be a little behind on that. I have to catch up. Because I know that there's talks about the tape, and I think you're saying that Martell, because of what was her name? Sunny said. Sunny said something like Martell demanded to see the tape, and he said, no, I'm not showing you shit, right? That's what you're saying. He could have said it like that, but you also know, Dan Pam, if y'all are a fan of this show, if you've watched it for any number of seasons, y'all know that Marceau plays mind games. He loves it. It's his favorite pastime. Okay. So he could have been saying exactly what he needed to say to get under Martell's skin because that is who he is. Listen, even in this upcoming scene, these two men are wearing light colored suit jackets, white t-shirts, light pants, right? It was very reminiscent of a moment that was happening on RHOA, where I think Portia had to sit with Kenya. Y'all remember Andy Cohen put Portia Williams on the reunion stage, and he told her, if you put your hands on anybody else, you will be fired. That is embarrassing to come from your boss in front of everybody. They started asking her, was she in anger management? And she said, I'm in anger management. And all of her co-stars started saying, that's a damn lie. You're not in anger management, right? And then he said, we can't have this again. If you put your hands on anybody else, we'll let you go. And I remember thinking, what a thing to say to an employee. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you say that on the stage? But Andy gets away with a lot of that shit. And I think people let him get away with it. I don't know why. Maybe because he's white skinned. But no, but this is the type of stuff that literally no one else catches. And I'm not sure why. But either way, there's a scene where Portia has to sit with Kenya. And she comes in and you can tell she doesn't want to do it. And Kenya's saying something to her and Portia stands up. And then she looks off to the side. You can tell that she's looking to the side. And whoever's on the side tells her to sit her ass back down. And she slowly sits back down and she starts crying because she knows she can't leave the scene or she will be fired. Okay? Same thing probably happened right here with Marceau and Martell. They're supposed to have a gentleman conversation about whatever, which we already know it's never going to happen because they're really pissed. They're really pissed with each other. And all of a sudden, Marceau says something. And Martel jumps up. He goes, "So run off like you always do." And he said, "I'm not going to run off." When Marceau says that shit, "I'm better than you in every aspect of your life," he wants Martel to swing on him. He wants it. He wants Martel to lose his job in that damn moment. And I swear to stack of Bibles and my mama. Okay. You can tell. And Martel is so hot. The camera had to be this close to his face because when he walks past the camera, it is right there. So he leaves the scene in order not to whoop Marceau's ass. Because I think he would whoop him. Okay. I do think that Martel would get the best of Marceau. But I also know that Marceau plays mind games, and he decided to take his moment by saying what he said. Period. He said it. It was absolute amazing. Facts. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He wanted to cry, and he also wanted to whoop his ass. Okay, with all the things, you know how on what was it, Bell Collective, when Willie said, "Y'all like to sit on my jingle bells," and they was like, "You'll get your ass whooped for that." No, you'll get your ass whooped for telling somebody you are better than them in every aspect: fatherhood, business, being a husband, whatever. I'm better than you. Everything that you thought I was, you thought I was beneath you and that you were the winner. I'm the winner now. He handed it to him. Come on in. Come on in. Those were fighting words. Facts. They absolutely were. I was sitting on the couch with my husband when it aired, and he looked at me and went, "Marceau trying to get his ass whooped." I said, "He's trying to get hit. He wanted him to hit him. He's been exercising for this reason." Not to fight, just to take the punch. Oh my God, I loved it. I loved it. Anyway. He does. He baits him. And you remember, he always said, "I'm never going to fight Martel. I will call the police. I will call the police. I will let him do X, Y, and Z." But he wanted him. He wanted him to come for him. He did. He did. You would not stand that close to somebody and say those words as a man unless you wanted it to go down. And they're wearing white, like light pink and white, period. Okay. Let's see. You are right. Marceau tried to bait Martel. Whatever it was, he definitely tried it. Y'all got to start reading between the lines, or don't. Just come over to my channel, child. I don't mind. I don't mind. Anyway, let me show y'all the other thing that Melody had posted, because I told y'all that she said that vengeance was hers, child. So she had made this post a little earlier today where you see the, I don't even know what piece this is. It's a chess piece. I guess it's the queen, but she was showing herself with the chess piece and that's it. But she's been doing these little posts every single day. Okay. And this is all following, from what I could see, her saying, "Listen, don't bring me that stuff. Don't bring me anything else over into my comment section or into my DMs." But these audios have been released. And to tell you the truth, it's not bad to be against Melody, in my opinion. It's not necessarily bad against her. It's really bad against Ariane. It just makes her look dumb. And then here's the other post where she said, "Sitting here eating, and here's what I heard in my spirit. Vengeance is mine. Vindication is time." Okay. So she was letting people know that she is ready. Now, who is she ready for? Is it Ariane and Martel? Is it OWN Network? Who is it? We don't know, but it feels like it is Ariane and Martel to me. It feels like she is saying, at the end of the day, bitch, I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of all the stuff. I've been sitting here, and y'all know Melody says this all the time. I don't say anything to that girl. She says all the dumb shit. I just sit, I pull back, I let her have it. But now, may not be the case. Now she might be asking God to smite in this fasting prayer that's coming up. She might be asking God to go on ahead and take these two on down. Take these two on down. Give me what I need to pull them right on down, child, because I'm tired of the bullshit. Let's see. Martell would beat Marceau's butt. That's why Maurice has always jumped in every single solitary time. Every single solitary time. And like I said, Marceau has shown himself losing weight and exercising. It was to take the punch. It wasn't to fight back. He wasn't looking to swing back on him, child. Let's see. Martell thought he was a hang buddy, and he was. He was until he had to sell his business. That's what Maurice said. He said, y'all used to be brothers, but when he sold that business and then your life started going downward, now you're looking at all this stuff. You're looking at the signs that says sculpt. You're not a part of it. You see that Marceau is still married. What is Martell doing? Tisha, are you going to leave him yet? Here's the proof. Are you going to stand on business and do what you said you were going to do? He wants Marceau to fall. And Marceau knows it. Marceau knows it. Come on in. In terms of what Marceau said, better late than never, child. He didn't lie. He didn't lie. He is better than Martell. Child. At that point, Martell realized that he was outdone. In that moment, yes, he realized he was outdone. You ain't lying. Y'all, we are going to have a time when this new episode come out, baby. It's going to be a time, okay? Marceau said you're going to have to battle him with wits. Well, that'll never happen. We know that Martell cannot battle Marceau with the wit. That's why Martell always threatens Marceau. He's ready to whoop his butt first. Hold on. So it said Mars soldiers. Is there some Mars soldiers in the house? Marceau is trying to build up his Mars soldiers. Child. Hold on. I love it to see what y'all got to say. Is there a moral clause in Carlos King's contracts when cast has been locked up? Diana, only content creator looking at big pic. Fans may want to really use critical thinking. Millimeter storyline, not accidental. I don't know if there's a clause about being locked up. There's no clause on any other network about their cast being locked up. I think I was looking at something the other day where it said Nene Leakes was arrested 2 times. Portia Williams had been arrested twice. And then they give like a whole bunch of other people that I can't think of right now, but how all of them had arrests and they still got to come back. Teresa Goodice went to prison and came back. Her husband came back. Joe. Who else? I would say no. I think that we look at reality TV, we thinking that the show or the network is going to interfere in some kind of way. No, they want you to bring your story to the show, bring your real life story to the show. And what we're getting is real life for the most part. I mean, RHOP, which is a very well-tuned phony machine, you know what I'm saying? They talk about the storylines before they even start the season. We already know that. They all sit around in a huddle and they talk about what they're going to bring to the table. And we were all duped by Mia thinking she was bringing us a real storyline. And it turns out she was lying. None of that shit was true. So she just turned out to be the bigger liar of all of them. But at the end of the day, the only punishment is getting fired when they get fired. We saw that Robin got fired for not telling her story in a way that was satisfactory. And now we'll see what happens next. When Marceau told Martell he's better, what I got out of it is that Martell was wanting the life that Mel and Martell, they were respected. Okay, I think you're right. It may not be a tape. Marceau plays with Tisha's mind. Yeah, he plays mind games. I won't say that they didn't want their life. I will say that they wanted their time, right? They all made a pact before this show even started, y'all. They all made a pact on how they were going to, come to the show, what they were going to present. And it didn't work that way. The pact was between the Scotts and Martell, right? But if Martell said, don't talk about my relationship with Ariana, don't do this, don't do that. And they all agreed, thinking that this was a clean slate, because I believe Melody said, or maybe even Kimmy said, for about 2 years, they weren't friends. They weren't talking. Melody and Martell were headed to divorce court. The show, they get picked up on OWN. Melody and Martell reaches out to them and said, hey, let's squash our beef. Let's do this show. We were good together. People think we're funny. And that's how they came back together. But for the most part, they were already on their separate ways. They weren't dealing with each other at all. So, almost as funny as I'm Thomas Jefferson's concubine. But when you think about it like that, if you get an opportunity, if it's in you to do, we should really be watching this show from the information we have now, because that's probably the juiciest part of this tea. I actually want to do that. I am probably going to do it on Patreon, because I can't do it in the back room, unfortunately, in my back room on YouTube, because it gets messed up. But we need to be watching the show from the point of knowing that there was a pact made, and then watch how everybody is paying attention to each other and the things that's being said, because that's really how this started. They didn't come on as friends. We were all watching it like, they're not, oh my God, they weren't friends. Child, they were never friends. And once we figured that part out, that they literally just walking on the door, picking up where they left off, it makes all the difference. Oh, hold on. Harriet said, I would like for Martell to stay on the show. I'm enjoying the spiral. Okay. Typical narc behavior. I bet you that Martell has apologized to the boys 50 times. You mean by now? I don't know. I'm going to say that I don't think so. Just based on the conversation that Tisha had a couple of weeks ago with Carlos King, when he said, is there any way for you guys to repair this? She said, hell no. There's no way for us to repair it. Absolutely not. Okay. Not to mention that Wanda went live and she called Martell all kinds of stuff. Now, she would do that anyway, but come on in, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Maybe she means that vengeance is mine, says the Lord. I'm sure she does. She just said, vengeance is mine, vindication is time, okay? She said she felt it in her spirit, in her own spirit. She heard these words, vengeance is mine, vindication is time, okay? That's what she said. If Ariane was any kind of woman, she would have advised Martell not to sell his business. Sell what business? Are you referring to the sculpt business? Tell me what you mean by that. Because I think that they were having a hard time. I think that they weren't getting along, and that's why he sold it. I think that they weren't getting along. And keep in mind, this is the other thing, the other piece of this information that y'all have to remember. Martell had a multi-million-dollar development deal on the table. He thought he was walking away with money. He thought that relationship was going to be broken up, and him and Melody were going to divorce. He sold whatever he sold to the Scotts, and he was supposed to be a multi-millionaire. So Marceau saying, I'm better than you in every way. Like, you can't get a job. Nobody will F with you. You know what I'm saying? That cut deep. None of the men would be ish if it wasn't for the wives that they have. I agree with you. Martell said it was always a plan for him to be bought out of Sculpt. They started that business to help the Scotts. Okay. Thank you for giving us that tea. I like Martell, but I wish that Marceau would trap. I wish Martell would trap Marceau's ass one time. Hold on. I'm reading that wrong. I don't like Martell, but I wish that Martell would trap Marceau's ass one time. You need him to give him a good knuckle sandwich or something, a good brick. Let's see. Marceau doesn't want to leave Tisha because it's cheaper to keep her. You think so? Because it looks like everything is in Tisha's name, okay? Tisha got the good credit. Tisha got everything. So Marceau has to keep her because he will be Martell. He will be Martell. That's Tisha's business. She owns what? 80-something% of the business. She is the majority owner on paper. when they go to the bank, it's her signature that gets the loans. It's her signature that gets the equipment for the contracting business. Tisha is wearing all of the pants financially. So I don't know. Tisha moves on from this relationship. She just marries another man who's a contractor, but that's her business. Okay, that's her stuff. Marceau has no choice except to straighten up and fly right. Zero choice. Roz said that Marceau treats his wife like crap, doesn't spend time with his kids, will assist friends, cheat, takes money from customers, steals ideas, and people want to be his fan because he made them laugh. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I do think he is a funny guy, but I can also tell you that I don't think that anybody on the show has their hands clean when it comes to some of the stuff that we have been watching. So we have to take this stuff, stop taking it so personally, especially since it's not happening to us. There are certain things that people have to listen to with a grain of salt. That's what I think. Otherwise, you get your mind wrapped up in this shit, and all of a sudden you start thinking that they're doing something to you. The review hour said I was referring to the sculpt business. Okay. Hold on. What'd you say, Fifi? Marceau said that he can't get the money and new eggplant. If anybody could leave the relationship, just like Marceau said, Tisha's gonna have to file divorce on him, because Tisha holds the purse strings. You hold the purse strings, you make the decisions. I honestly don't think that Marceau regrets any of his actions. He only regrets not being a millionaire anymore. You could be right. You could definitely be right. Ratings tell me that Lovemere Trunsville will be around as long as the Scotts are on the show. You're probably right about that too. But there has to be listen, at the end of the day, we watched a lot, right? I told y'all that this show is going to be studied in some sort of sociology class. The fans, because of the age group of the fans, is going to be studied. You can guarantee it. You can guarantee it. Some of the things that happen on the show, some of the things about, people trying to shut people's businesses down, calling the city, calling, people who tried to partner with them. All of that is going to be a part of a class. They may not say your name directly, but you're definitely going to be some sort of, paragraph about millimeters and all this other stuff. It's going to be hilarious. And we as bloggers will be discussed too. The bloggers that did the show will be discussed too. We're all going to be a part of it. You're right. Remember when Martell asked OWN for $1 million to get Ariane on the show? That backfired on him, didn't it? And from what I'm understanding, she's also said that Carlos King said he would never put her on the show because he made a promise to Melody that he was not going to put her on the show. So I don't know. I don't know if anything's changed or what's going on, child. But she said that she didn't think she would ever be on the show because of that. I don't know if you're the first fan base on TV. There has been fan bases that's been talked about on TV before, on bravo. Teresa's fan base has been talked about on New Jersey. Tamar's fan base has been talked about. Who else? There was a lady that just got fired on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and her fan base went after, what is that lady's name? Put it in the chat. They were calling her son the N-word. They were being very disrespectful. So that fan base also was talked about. They talked about it on the reunion, and the next season she was gone. NeNe did not have that kind of fan base. She did have fans, but nobody went after anybody for her. I don't think. Garcelle. Yep. Thank you. It was Garcelle. So Garcelle said that there was a lady who was on the show. Her fan base was going after her children and doing some really, really disrespectful things. But they didn't want that smoke, so they fired him. Garcelle is still on the show. I forgot the lady's name, but she got fired from the show. She was not brought back. But for at least, I think, 2 seasons or maybe like a season and some change, they talked about this lady's fan base, and everybody was swearing to God that it wasn't her fans. And people were talking about Teresa Giudice hiring a troll farm and how horrible that was. Thank you. Her name was Dyana. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Kevin. Dyana. That's right. So they hired troll farms. So troll farms are real. I'm sure I've come into contact with them, but after you do a video or something, there is a swarm of people that will come on your platform and they'll repeat the same thing over and over and over again. They will do this mass follow and then they'll all unfollow you at the same time. It's a real weird thing to do, but yeah, lizard lips. Yes, that one. She had bots. So she had a troll farm and they found out. And she was saying things like, you guys should trace it and I'm going to trace it and I'm going to prove you wrong. Girl, bye. That was when you knew she was lying, child. That's how you knew she was lying. But yeah, you start doing stuff like that. You're messing with someone's children, and then they get fired. That's how it works. You become a liability. But anyways, you guys, that is it. That's the story. Sounds like Elon Musk. Yes, troll farms are a real thing. They're horrible. And they do a lot of damage to people. See, look, Queenie said, either way, if she stays or goes, Mel will be just fine. She's educated and her hustle is undeniable. So many income streams, and she's a natural born leader. Being on TV and having over 1 million people watch you every week does not hurt. It does not hurt. So I know people feel that way, but that is a part of her success. That's a part of her success. And that is why when I hear that, I'm always like, oh my gosh, you can't do that. Your voice is very soothing as opposed to most bloggers. Oh, child. Is it? Thank you. I used to always get told to shut up when I was a kid. My mom would be like, you talk too much, shut up. I said, if she was here now and she would know that people like to listen to my voice, oh, the time she would have. Okay. But anyways, you guys, that is it. That is the show for today. Okay. I appreciate y'all for sticking it out with me, watching this video. Be sure to share it. Okay. Share the video, hit the like button on your way out. Thank you, Miss Tina. Hit the like button on your way out. Share it. Share it. Follow me on all my platforms. We need to rewatch this show with the current information that we have right now so that we can make sure that we are on top of things. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, Mel. You said, Mel, if you see this, don't let nobody make you leave your show. You built that shit. That's right. Okay. But outside of that, you guys have been amazing as always. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. Okay. Follow me on all my platforms at DYANAROZAY. Thank you to all of my moderators too, who showed up and volunteered your time. And I will see you all on the next one. Amazing, beautiful people. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.